Yeah, ask the question.
Okay, please introduce yourself and who you're with.
I'm Felix Dayo. I'm a delegate, negotiator with the Nigerian delegation. I
And
cover the mitigation negotiation.
and how do you feel the negotiations are going right now?
Pretty bomb, not good. Very, very dicey whether or not we'll reach an agreement before Friday, because there are a lot of problems on the table.
What do you consider the biggest problem right now facing the negotiation process?
Well, I believe the biggest problem, in my own opinion, is the inability to have what I'll call an agreement on how the progress of the Kyoto Protocol.
Okay, so the Kyoto Protocol is due to expire in 2012. That's correct.
Yes.
And this conference is supposed to come to an agreement of an extension of that.
Yep.
I heard that there were some possible slowing down or breaking down in the negotiations. Can you tell me a little about that?
Well, essentially, what is going on is this. There are two tracks to this negotiation. There is the UNFCCC track, and there is the Kyoto Protocol track. What we have in place for the first commitment period is the able functioning of these two tracks. The United States and all other nations of the world is a signatory to the UNFCCC. But the UNFCCC convention, the convention itself, is weak in the sense that there are no emission limitations. There are general statements about responsibility to ensure that anthropogenic emissions does not cause deleterious effect in the world. In recognition of the weakness of the UNFCCC in this respect, the Kyoto Protocol was born, which has emission limitations and responsibilities for developed countries to meet in order to avert the negative impact of Kyoto Protocol. But as you recognize, the United States, Australia, and some other countries did not sign up to Kyoto Protocol. So from 2008 to now, the commitment of the first commitment period, United States, Australia, and some other nations have not been engaged. Now that we are ready to prepare a successor to 2012, to the Kyoto Protocol post 2012, the EU is insisting that they will not sign an agreement that does not contain one of the heaviest or the highest emitters in the world, which is the US. They have suggested using a single track approach, which is based on the UNFCCC. They've also agreed that we should collapse all the essential elements of Kyoto Protocol into that single approach. African countries, developing country parties from a group of 77 and China, including our team from Nigeria, are of the opinion that that is a way in which the Kyoto Protocol will be killed. Therefore, they are skeptical to change the two-track, and they've insisted very boldly that it is the two-track approach or nothing. In our own opinion, myself and the other technical people working in this, we are of the opinion that the only acceptable single track will be a single track, as the EU has suggested, that includes all the essential elements of the Kyoto Protocol into the UNFCCC. And we have looked at the Kyoto Protocol and we have come to a conclusion that Articles 1 to 26 of the Kyoto Protocol must be included, which is everything. We are also aware of the fact that this may be a tall order, in the sense that the United States may not want everything, especially the one that involves the MRV. But for us, there's nothing we can do about that. Therefore, the essential agreement in this negotiation, in our opinion, can only be reached if we can convince the US to engage on Kyoto Protocol. And that's what we are planning, that our leaders will do. We believe that Mr. Obama has come to power in the US to ensure that things are done with respect of the international community. We have to think deeply about this. I do not want a situation whereby the US is still accused of collapsing a very important treaty that involves lives. And I hope they will take action to ensure that this process does not collapse.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.